Hey, Amanda Holmes here. If you enjoy Ultimate Sales Machine, whether it be the book or our trainings, or you've been listening to these podcasts and you're thinking, I'd really like this to be infiltrated into my business, I want it to run in the DNA of me and my team, then I have something really special for you. A Harvard Business Review study showed that in times of financial crisis, regular and consistent training was the key differentiator to help companies sustain and strengthen and be able to set themselves out as number one in their market when people weren't spending money. That is why, with what we have on the horizon and what's happening right now, that's why we've put together a group training format, a community of like-minded Ultimate Sales Machine believers that want to, with just 1 hour a week, work on your business in marketing, sales, and operations to get it finely tuned into with pig-headed discipline and determination to improve every little piece of your business. Just 1 hour a week. If you'd like to hear more, go to ultimatesalesmachine.com/dojo. That's DOJO. Again, ultimatesalesmachine.com/dojo. DOJO. As my father was a 4th degree black belt in karate, we decided to take this training, make it for the modern man or woman, and have it be a dojo theme. So you'll see sparring included, you'll see tournaments included, and belts. You can get your black belt certification in Ultimate Sales Machine, which will also be available. So if you want to bring in your executive team, if you want your head of sales, if you want your head of marketing, if you'd like teams to get trained in this methodology, ultimatesalesmachine.com/dojo. Welcome to the weekly dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine, the CEO Mastery Call. I am Amanda Holmes. This is Troy Aberly, our Executive Strategy Officer here at Chi. Now, we were talking yesterday about the topic of CEOs and the shiny object syndrome that they face. I mean, it makes sense, right? You have to wear every hat. You're responsible for every nook and cranny. And sometimes you can get your eye off the prize.
It's overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
Easily distracted.
And my favorite stat on this, right? 15 years ago, it was 7 different marketing mediums to market your product on average. And today it's 13 with 5 social media channels and 3 paid advertising platforms. You're doing double the amount of work for a fraction of the results. So no wonder we're feeling overwhelmed. But something that we were talking about yesterday,
Yeah.
I got really heated on it. So we came up with this killer stadium pitch for somebody. Let me ask you this question. I have a case study of a podcast that generated $60,000, and I have the same podcast host, the same topics, and yet the second podcast generated $40 million. Would you like to hear that case study of how that second podcast generated $40 million over 60K?
Yeah, love to, right?
So when I first heard this, I canceled 2 meetings and followed the gentleman that came up with this. And if you write in the comments, if you write back to support@chetholmes.com, I'll tell you who that is. That hook is so good.
It's so
good. So I said, that is your hook. That's what you need to do. So then he used it on LinkedIn and posted this. I have a case study if you're interested. Just write in the comments to see it. And it was the most engaged post he'd ever gotten.
Yeah.
He got 44 leads from that one post, and it was for an agency. It was shocking.
Everybody was drop dead, surprised.
Amazed.
Yeah.
Amazed. And then he didn't do anything with it. After that moment, he stopped using it. And then about 6 months later, we're in a group, and he's like, I'm really trying to figure out how to explain what I do. And I again said, this is your hook. This is what hooked me. And I said the title, and the room went, oh, that is a great title. And I'm like, see, I already told you it already worked, and yet you've forgotten it. And then a year later, here we are a year later, and the same thing happened again where we were in a room, and he was like, I don't know how I should explain myself. And I'm like, okay,
let's try this one more time. I know I'm a broken record here. And the room got into a debate. One felt that was a little too clickbaity, but then 5 others said, nope, I'd follow you to
But it
find
was
that
already
out.
proven. He got
It-
44. He got
Right.
crushed
Already
the record.
proven, yes. And then he reaches out to me and says, well, what should I do for my website? How should I follow the core story framework, which I loved that question. You know, do I start with global pain or targeted pain? And I said, absolutely not. The hook that has worked
Yeah.
over and over again. I'm going to repeat myself.
Consistent.
Case study. Get this download of how we generated 40 million from a podcast. Oh, so I just wonder.
How many people go through this and yet don't see? It's just like shiny object syndrome. Changes the focus, and
It's
we would spend
insane.
even more money and time trying to figure out, not realizing what worked is sitting right in front of you.
But
Go
we
back to
forget
what
about
works.
it because there's so many other things to focus on. We just go, oh, shiny object here. Oh, squirrel, right?
Yeah.
So
I just did that.
the message for today is what has already worked? What do you know works? And how can you repeat it with pig-headed discipline and determination and carry it through everything you do? Because we know that you're in business because it's worked.
Exactly. Success and failures both leave clues. Take a look at the customers that are already working amazing for you, giving you the feedback, and work
There
with
you
that
go.
feedback. Don't look for finding brand new ones and everything else. Just focus on working on what it is that's already been working. Just keep doing it and just stay consistent. Like Jen said,
Consistency.
is about, doing 12 things 4,000 times.
Yep.
Something in those 12 things
Let's
is
go this
working.
way. Consistency breeds confidence. And right now, what do we need with a recession coming? We need confidence.
Yeah.
So, with that said, it is another weekly dose of your ultimate sales machine. And hey, by the way, I don't know if you heard, but we've built out a group program where we're going to run through the Ultimate Sales Machine book in a group. So, for those of you that have read the book and gone, I would love to actually implement this and make this part of the DNA of my company. I'd like my new hires to go through a training for Ultimate Sales Machine. I'd like my new marketing manager, my new sales guy or gal. This is the place to be. We're going to have a blast. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I think that, there's something that people keep coming to me about is they say that they've read the book 5, 6, 10 times and they don't really seem to get how to install it. They're just reading and that back to that shiny object syndrome, then
Yep.
something else interrupts you and then you're like, dang, I really like that. But then they go back and read it again, but they still don't implement it. Here, each and every single week, we're going to spend 1 hour per week.
1 hour a week.
and
That's
we're gonna
all it
make
is.
Little incremental steps for big leap results.
Absolutely. Gosh, isn't he good? Dang. Okay. And that, if you want to find out more, we're doing an application process because we just want to make sure that great people are part of the group. So we're not accepting everybody. ultimatesalesmachine.com/dojo. That's where you can apply. ultimatesalesmachine.com/dojo. Until next time.
Thanks for walking with us.